Hello everyone. In this lesson, we're going to learn about cash discounts. Cash discount is the early payment discount to motivate the customers. Now, cash discounts are different from trade discounts. Trade discounts are offered by wholesaler to retailer or by retailer to customers to prompt bulk sales, whereas cash discounts are offered by sellers to buyers to stimulate immediate payments. For example, let's say my phone bill this month is $100 and company offers me 5% cash discount if I pay my bill within 10 days of invoice date, right? So that means I'll end up by paying $95. So I'll save $5. That's my profit, right? That's my saving. And company also gets immediate payment, that is company's saving. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. Now the companies clarify their offers using different payment terms in invoice. First type of payment term is ordinary dating. Here we use notation 2 by 10 and by 30, which means 2% cash discount if the payment is made within 10 days from invoice date. Then second term is N by 30, which means net amount if the payment is made within 30 days from the invoice date, right? Anything after 30 days, there might be some penalty in percentage. Another type of payment term is end of the month dating. Here, whatever the date of invoice is, we start counting days from the end of the month. For example, let's say the invoice date is March 11, but days will start counting from the end of the month. So invoice date will be considered as March 31st instead of March 11, right? Let's say we have payment terms 2 by 10. It means we're going to get 2% cash discount if the payment is made within 10 days of March 31st, right? And for the net amount, usually in EOM, the net amount term is missing. If it is missing, just expect that net amount should be paid within 20 days from the end of the discount period. So the net amount is within 20 days from the discount period. So 10 days for the discount, 2% cash discount, and plus 20. So N is N by 30. So you get terms 2 by 10, N by 30. Another payment term is ROG dating. Here we start counting the days from the date of receipt of goods, right? Receipt of goods dating, right? So the terms here are 2 by 10, N by 30, and it comes with ROG. So we'll start counting days from the date of receipt of goods. So 2% cash discount if the payment is made within 10 days of receipt of goods, and net amount if it is made within 30 days of date of receipt of goods. If nothing is mentioned, like EOM or ROG is not mentioned in invoice, that means it is ordinary dating. Now the process to calculate cash discounts is, first of all, using cash payment terms, calculate the date of discount period, right? Then compare the settlement date with the end of the discount period date to decide if the cash discount is applicable or not. If a cash discount can be applied, calculate the settlement amount and the cash discount. Now the formula to calculate settlement amount is equal to invoice amount times NPF factor, which is the rate of discount, right? If it is 2% discount, so D is 0.02. Let's learn cash discount using an example. So here the invoice amount is $1,200 with invoice date October 1st, and the credit terms are 2 by 10 and by 30, which is ordinary dating. So starting from October 1st, Within 10 days, 2% cash discount will be applicable, right? So this is the timeline here. So October 1st and 10 days starting from October 1st is October 11th, right? So anything between this time period is eligible for 2% cashback. Now starting from October 11th, 20 more days, right? Or 30 days from the starting date, October 1st, end up on October 31st. So anything in this time slot is eligible for net amount, right? This is the timeline. Now the question says, what would the customer pay to settle the debt on October 9th? Now October 9th is in this time slot, right? So that means person is eligible for 2% cashback. So in first part, settlement amount will be 1200 times NPF. NPF is 1 minus cash discount, that is 2%. So 0.02 in decimals. When we calculate this, we get 1200 times 0.98, and this comes out to be $11.76, right? Second part, what could the customer pay to settle the debt on October 15th? Now October 15th is in the net amount period, right? So this is October 15th, and anything in this time slot is eligible for net amount. So here the customer pay the net amount, right? That is, settlement amount is net amount, which is 1200. Let's consider another example. So here the invoice date is January 5th and the invoice amount is $1,500 with payment terms 315 EOM. So this is end of month payment term, right? January 5th is the invoice date, but it says end of the month. So we'll start counting days from end of January. That is January 31st, right? So our invoice date will be considered as January 31st. So here we have the timeline. So January 5th is the actual invoice date, but because it says EOM, we'll start counting from January 31st. So this is a void period, right? We are not counting days here. Now, starting from January 31st, February 1st is our first day, right? Now that is our first day. February 2nd is second day. February 3rd is third day, and so on. We need to calculate 15 days, right? So starting from February 1st, February 15th is the 15th day, right? Now 3% is eligible for this timeline, right? If anyone pays amount or make the payment in this period on or before February 15, person is eligible for 3% cashback. Now the next term, end term, is missing here, right? But because it is EOM, it means the next term would be for the net amount N. Now the number of days here, number of days would be 20 plus the first credit period. Now the first credit period is 15 days, right? So we'll add 15 here. It becomes 35. So the second term is, which is obvious term in EOM, and 35, right? Okay, so 35 days starting from January 31st, right? Now February 15, we already have 15 days. I'm going to count another 20 days, right? I'm doing calculations manually for calculating the number of days. Okay, so 20 more days after February 15th. February 13 days of February, right? So we end up at February 28 plus 7 days of March, next month, right? So 13 days of Feb and 7 days of March. So we end up at March 7. So net amount will be paid before or on March 7. So this is our timeline, right? Now come to the question. First part says, what is the last date of discount period? Last date of discount period is February 15th. So that is the last date of discount period and the discount is 3%. So our first part, last date of discount period is February 15th. Second part, what amount would settle the debt on February 6th? Now February 6th comes in this time slot, right? It is in the cash discount period. So we'll calculate 3% of 1500. So our net price or the settlement amount is 1500. That is our invoice amount times net price factor 1 minus 0.03, right? So this is 1500 times 0.97 and this comes out to be it's $14.55, right? This is the time to check your understanding. Please pause the video for 5 minutes and come back to see your answer. Thank you everyone.